Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to the Final Fantasy XIV video. Today I'm going to show you guys what to sell with your Carpenter to make some gil and Dawn Trail. Now before we continue with this video, if you guys want early access to my gil making guides as well as a list of everything that I sold ahead of time, consider becoming a YouTube member or Patreon supporter for just $1 a month. You also get custom emotes, a badge next to your name, as well as your name at the end of my videos, and so much more. So consider becoming a member today. As a disclaimer, as always, make sure you check your market board to see which one of these items are selling the most and fastest. This way you guys don't waste resources and time trying to sell something that just doesn't want to move. And this will be the first time I'm going to be adding in Levequests to the mix because Carpenter is very limited to what is good to sell. So like the other guild guides, we're going to be adding in, of course, Ishgard restoration and script items to the mix due to the fact that this is a job specific guild guide. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be looking at is the claro walnut grinding wheel and the spinning wheel, since the offhands are used in making some of the endgame stuff, especially for people who are going at level 100. So as you can see, the grinding wheel is pretty cheap at around 40,000 gil on my server, but as you can see here by the sales history, that they do sell decently, and this is going to be from back from Christmas time to now. So the spinning wheel was a little bit more expensive than the grinding wheel itself. As you can see here, the sales history is all over the place. But with these items here, it does take some time to sell, so patience is a virtue. And I believe also you'll find these in the Grand Company turn-ins. Next is the ginseng earring of slaying, which is also a Grand Company turn-in. Also, there's very few hits on my server, so they're going for around 60k on my server. But as you can see here, the sales history is the same, a little bit all over the place. Next are these earrings, the level 96. Don't really know how to pronounce it, but this also is from a Grand Company turn-in, but some people would use this to obviously level up with. So these earrings, you always want to sell them high quality, by the way. It goes to the rest of them, around 50k. Should be a little higher if you're doing high quality. As you can see, people always buy high quality. So the same thing with the other ones, they're a little bit over the place. As you can see, they do go cheaper, but... Next are the two ones that I love to sell, is the endgame walnut necklace of gathering and the walnut bracelet of gathering, since it's going to be used up until the 0.3 patch of Dawn Trail. So the necklace is around 44,000. And as you can see here, sometimes they can go up to 100,000. Depending, but as you can see here, they are selling faster than the previous items that I showed you so far. The bracelet of gathering, as you can see here, are in the same boat, with occasional one that goes over 100,000 gil. For some reason, the necklace that was over 100,000 gil went horribly down, and that was unfortunate, but that was before the Christmas break. As you can see. Now when I show you guys the sales history on my server for these here, you'll see that these got horribly undercutted. So next is going to be the ginseng ring. Now this is obviously for Grand Company turn-ins, but some people will use these for their gatherers. So this person right here is a notorious market board monopolizer, so they'll constantly be putting up too many items and they will ultimately never sell. And this person here took one of my rings that I made and they're trying to resell it for a higher price. Smart idea. But the sales history shows that they are selling all over the place when it comes to prices and of course the times. Once people get past like the level 90 turn-ins, most likely these will fall off or they'll use it for themselves. So that is all for the Carpenter specific items. So now we're going to go into the script items, starting with condensed solution. Now the solution is 1 per orange script turn-in. Then of course when you get 7 you get an extra one from the residual scripts that you turned in. So these are going to go for up until 6.3. So they're going for almost 7,000 gil on my server, and as you can see here they are flying off the shelves still. Next is materia control 11 and 12. Obviously one's purple, one is orange. This one is going for 23,000, which is grade 12. And as you can see here, people are still buying them. And of course grade 11, not as high but still pretty good. Again, flying off the shelves. and that is going to take care of the orange and purple scripts. Now, for the Ishgard restoration, we have ruby red dye and dragoon blue. Obviously, red will sell faster than blue. So ruby red is going for 14,000 on my server, almost 15. And as you can see, they're selling quite nicely all day. Dragoon blue is around 13k. And again, they're selling quite nicely, not as much as red, but the blue still sells. You also can get those through the on Sanctuary as well. Next is going to be the Ishgard restoration rewards. So we have the lean emote for number 1. So this is going for 250k. Would be more if this person didn't undercut it like an idiot. But as you can see by the sales history, they're kind of a little bit over the place. It's going to take some time to sell these, so definitely don't put too much stock into these. Just put them on the market board and then undercut them every couple of days. Eventually they will sell. Next we have the bread emote. I think this is the cheapest one. So it's going to be a little bit cheaper on the market board at 149k. Don't know idea why they put this for 8 million, but sales history shows that they went up to 250 at one point, but now they went back down. Again, they're going to be the cheapest ones on this list. Next is going to be the read emote. This one's going for 287. And as you can see, they're kind of all over the place, as per usual. Next, we have the insist emote, which is going for 320k. Do not do what this person doesn't do more than just one at a time. And same boat, a little bit over the place. Don't know why this person sold it for 37, probably forgot a 0. And then we have the broom emote, which a lot of people do use, with 339k. As you can see here, a little over the place, but the amounts are consistent. And then you have the modern legend, which is 319k. So yeah, I always add these into these guild guides because they sell, and they always will sell no matter what. So that's basically everything that I have sold with Carpenter. Now when it comes to Levequests, you can do the ones in Dawntrail, or you can go back to the ones in Endwalker. It really does not matter. It's basically the same amount of gil. Alright, let's head over to our retainers. So this one here had all of the job specific items. So the necklace, as you can see here, from the 23rd was 70k, but as time went on, went to 66k, then the 27th went up to 102k, and then it kind of stayed there for a bit. But now as you can see, they went down like 3/4 of the price. The bracelet also went down by half. As you can see back here at the 26th, they were going for 80k, but now they're going down to 40k, so they did get cut in half. Here are some of the earrings that I've sold. As you can see, they kind of stayed in the 40 to 30,000 range. The grinding wheel didn't sell too many, so I sold more spinning wheels. Here's a couple of the ginseng earrings of slaying. I do have some rings around here somewhere. There's one, which was 50k. And I had some further down, but of course, it only shows you up to this point. But yeah, that's all the Carpenter specific items that I sold. This one here was the solution and materia. Didn't do this up until the 26th because I knew that they were going to sell, so I didn't really put too much time into this. But I did make enough to make over 1 million gil. These were the Levequests ones, which I'll show you in a little bit. And this is from the Ishgard restoration, which was the most gil that I made. So there's the dyes, the emotes, and the hairstyles. This was as back as Christmas time. Of course, I was selling before that too. But because I got sick, I couldn't get this out any sooner. Now for the Levequests, because I didn't really care to max out my gil, I ultimately would do the red pine lumber from Endwalker, and the necklace also goes for the Levequest and Dawntrail, so if they do bomb, you can just spend your necklaces on Levequest, but it's better to sell them on the market board and go back to Endwalker because you can easily just do Trained Eye and just do a groundwork or two to get that done, and you can still get the same amount of gil from Endwalker because the difference between Dawntrail and Endwalker is not that much. Okay, so let's head over to Ultra Land and I'll show you guys which ones I did to get that gil. Alright, so here we are in Ultra Land at the Levequest Givers. So right now, I do the better conductor, which is the length of red pine lumber, which is 3. I'm getting over 4,000 gil per turn-in, but because Carpenter has like horrible turn-ins, because they have so many materials, I just didn't care. I just used it to offset the amount of gil because I did not know how well Carpenter was going to make me gil, and surprisingly, it made me a lot. So I just basically just did this. The highest one that I probably would do would be the necklace of crafting, but it takes like 4 materials to make that, so you're better off using your Levequests on culinarian or alchemist, doing the draft for alchemist, and of course the CPT for culinarian to make the guild that way instead. So Carpenter really surprised me in the end. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the rest of my channel for more Final Fantasy XIV content, and also don't forget to check out the rest of my go guides as well. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy crafting! And that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and help with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a YouTube member, Patreon supporter, or help me on Ko-Fi. The links for those will be in the description down below, as well as my Discord. And the extra special shout out to the members on screen. So until next time, if you ever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging ahead.